Take two. If you guys watched the WNL when I had Ira Miller on as a special guest, we were talking about cutting videos, and it's a lot of work and getting things set up and all this and that. I just cut all of Friday news, and I thought I did a pretty good job that was talked about. And then I realized at the very end, I forgot to turn the mic on. So I just watched it out of curiosity to see if anything came through. Oh yeah, picture looks pretty good. You see my mouth moving 90 miles an hour? Nothing. So I gotta do it all over again, if I can. Oh Lord. It's always something, ain't it? Roseanne of Rosanna used to say, it's always something. 8 local residents die of COVID-19 as virus slams long-term care facility. I've read this, I'm not going to read it again, it's just too long, but basically it talks about people in Sumter County, in Lake County, and in Marion County. Villages is 3 counties big. Nowhere in this report does it say any of these people are village residents. It could be people around the villages. But the reports always lead you to believe that it's inside the villages. Not to say we haven't had our problems, but this report doesn't say that. A well-known financial advisor in the villages took COVID-19 money. I'm not sure why that's news. Because any business, I believe, if I remember right, any business that shut down because of the virus, whatever, could apply for some kind of a government stimulus money package. So, I don't know. Woman jailed after being accused of stealing lubricants and vibrating egg. You go for it, girl. Michigan man jailed after wild parking lot spat in Summerfield. That's up at Walmart once again. That Walmart store there, golf cart accessible. I don't like the place. It's a great Walmart. I mean, it's very nice, very clean, very big. It has a lot of stuff, like every other Walmart. Has more handicap parking than any Walmart store I've ever seen. It's abused. People go in there and they park in these handicap spots all the time, and they're not handicapped whatsoever. They don't have a handicap license plate. They also don't have a handicap sticker hanging on the mirror. I'm sure that happens nationwide. The police don't really patrol that parking lot. I don't know why, but they don't. Yeah, the way some of these people park, as much as I hate to think about a parking authority, in the wintertime especially, it is just astronomically stupid. Villager enjoys special birthday treat while spending time with family. Well, happy birthday to you. I hope you do enjoy it. Here's how, my opinion. Like I said, I don't think it takes rocket science to figure this out. When you talk about the virus, the people getting it and people dying from it. We were on the downslide for a long time. They started opening things up, and then all of a sudden they started going up again, right when people were taking their family vacations. And the hot spot in Florida were all the touristy areas. Orange County, I believe, was the hot spot for the longest time, and it may still be. Orange County, if you look on your map, that's the home of Disney World, Universal Studios, SeaWorld. I can't even think of all the stuff that they got there, but they got all kinds of stuff down there. Those are probably the 3 biggest ones. And Mom and Dad have to take their vacation before Johnny goes back to school. So they're coming down, and they might be practicing precautionary measures. I don't know that they do, don't know that they don't. I'm just assuming they do. Johnny, here's the problem. There's things, they had it on news here the other day about super spreaders. Somebody that has no reaction to the virus whatsoever, but carries the virus with them. And children, of course, can be a super spreader because they got a great immune system being young. So just because Johnny doesn't have a fever, or Johnny doesn't show any signs of anything being wrong, he can also have the coronavirus and spread it. I don't know what else to tell people. I know what I would do. If I was going to travel tomorrow, let's say I decided I've sat here long enough, I'm going back to Indiana to visit my grandchildren, and I'm getting the motorhome ready and we're going to go. Probably what I would do is I would go to one of these coronavirus clinics before I left. They're free. I'd go ahead and get the test. I'd come home after the test. I wouldn't be running around everywhere. And I would wait for the results to come back. It doesn't take very long anymore. And if they said I was clean and clear to go, then I would go with precaution. I'd have my mask. I'd park away from people. I probably wouldn't go to restaurants very much. I would probably do a lot of grocery store shopping here and there and pack it in the camper. I'm not sure what all the other precautionary things are that you can do, but I would probably do the best that I could do, like anybody else. But to say I just get in my car with 2 or 3 little rugrats in the back from, say, Indianapolis, Indiana, we're going to go to the Villages, Florida, the largest retirement community of old people in the world, and we're going to go down there and see Grandma and Grandpa. I wouldn't do that until I had the kids, at least the kids, if not all of us, to make sure we're not bringing something with us to make Grandma and Grandpa sick. But I don't have them rugrats. And I don't know that every large city in the United States has immediate access to COVID testing centers. I don't know that either. But anyway, happy birthday to you. For those of you that don't know, a few months ago I reported that the developer was offering, I think it's CDD2 area up there. Anyway, they were offering the district up there a right to buy the Hacienda Hills Country Club. Now, he's going to keep the golf course and the pro shop, and I believe he has to keep the swimming pools and things like that because that's part of the amenities, and he's responsible for that. So he just wanted to sell the country club. Well, the district voted no. From past history of other districts that did buy things. Did they make a wise decision? They think so. I don't live there, so I don't know. I had no say in the vote. They didn't buy it. So now the country club is being torn down. It's in the process of being demolished as I speak right now. The swimming pool that's there has been filled with debris. So a lot of people are complaining about it. They're saying that because they didn't buy it, they feel the developer now is turning the knife in the wound and having to put that in there for everybody to see because that's their punishment for not buying the building. I find that statement asinine, that you think the developer has that much time to do this kind of thing. First of all, he probably took bids on what each person could come in, what company could come in and demolish this thing, and how much, and haul it away, and whatever's required on that bid. And he chose one of them for whatever reason. You don't have to take the lowest bid. I've been involved with this kind of thing in Indiana. You can take a bid because you feel like that company has the reputation, that company has the financial backing, that company has the proper equipment to do the job I need to have done. That company has a reputation of a timetable kept, all kinds of stuff. You don't take the lowest bid. So he picks whoever. That company has a starting time, a starting date of when to get going, and basically when to have things finished and whatever. To say the developer has put in part of this bid, oh, by the way, I want you to take a lot of debris and put it in a swimming pool and leave it there because I want the people in that area to come by and look at that every day and make them feel bad because they decided not to buy that. That is a real stupid statement, ignorant statement of people that really don't know how basically the system kind of works. I don't know that I know 100% how it works, but I got a gist of how it works. And you know, if you have ever been involved with anything in your lifetime where you were part of the powers that be, no matter what you do, you can't win. You just can't. It hasn't been that long ago I reported how people was complaining in the Spanish Springs area about how the developer was spending all the money down at Fanny area and developing in it because that's where he made his money. First of all, that ain't true, because you're paying maintenance fees and district fees up there that the district people have that's supposed to be used for your area for a lot of stuff. So he can't win. Now he's up there, he's tearing a building down, he's got plans for it. I don't know what they are. I'm not sure anybody really does except him, his companies. They're going to do something up there. Filling in that pool is probably part of it. So instead of hauling in 100 dump truck loads of dirt and filling that pool in, they're using debris that's readily accessible on site. I've seen this done before. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you do. So where that pool's at now, my guess is something's going to be built there. I don't know what, but come on. I mean, I ridicule a developer a lot too on some things, but you can't blame him for every little thing that goes wrong around here or something that you feel is wrong. Give it time. He's going to build something there, I assume. We'll see. The Sumter County Administrator said economic growth has inspired rolling back the tax rate. VillagesNews.com, Marv Bulasek has details from the workshop meeting held Thursday. Let's see what that is. This tax thing around here, as far as I'm concerned, you want to talk about, you know, as far as I'm concerned, talking about taking it. Sumter County and Wildwood commissioners over there, yeah, we're taking it from them. A final vote is more than 10 weeks away, but Sumter County Commissioners Thursday expressed initial support for a proposed 2020-2021 budget presented by County Minister Bradley Arnold. The budget would feature a decrease of about 4% in the county tax rate to about $6.43 per thousand. Assessed valuation down from $6.70 this year. Next year proposed rate would be the second highest since 2005, when the rate was $7.76. The proposed tax rate is at the rollback rate, which is the rate needed to collect the same amount of revenue from existing development as the prior year. The 25% tax rate increase in this year's budget generated outrage at two public hearings last September and pledges to unseat commissioners. The need for the increase was attributed to building new roads in the villages of Southern Oaks and repaving Buena Vista and Morse Boulevards. I agree with that outrage because the villages and roads have been put in for many years, set precedent, and this is not the way they done it. But I've gotten emails from a couple of people that own homes here for a few years, and because of the Sumter County tax and things going on between them and the developer and the Good Buddy system, is they've moved out. They've sold their home while the getting is good, and they've moved outside the villages to other places. They said between the tax rate, the bond, and the amenity fee, we don't have an HOA here. We do, but it's voluntary. You don't have to join it. But everybody calls our amenity fee an HOA fee, and it's not. It has nothing to do with an HOA. It's an amenity fee. They added it all up, and they just said that's just way too much, and so they moved out. So, and I understand, you know, I'd be a hypocrite if I said some of this hasn't been on my mind. How much I'm spending for all the amenities here in the villages, and of all the amenities, how many do I really use? And then when you figure out how many you really use, is it worth that amount of money you're paying per month? In other words, if you only go, let's say, to a swimming pool 2 and 3 times a week, that's your thing. Is that worth $160 a month to do that? I mean, that's really what it boils down to. Here's what I use as amenities anymore. Golf cart trail. That's it. I don't golf anymore. I give it up. I don't go to the pool anymore. I've explained my reasons why. I don't go to the neighborhood rec center to play pool anymore because I just can't see the pool balls like I'd like to. I like playing billiards and pool, but I just can't see it anymore like I'm missing shots. If you don't play sports, you just wouldn't understand. I don't play softball, even though I used to love to play baseball when I was younger. The reason why I don't play is because at my age and stuff, you just can't perform. I can't run like I used to. I damn sure couldn't slide. And if I slid, I'd probably break something or hurt something, and somebody'd have to come out and pick me up. I can't throw. My carpal tunnel problem with my right shoulder, if I try to throw today, I throw like a girl. And I don't mean that. Girls, please. But I throw like a girl. So I just don't even do it. So when it comes to amenities, I don't really do anything that's worth $160 a month. Sue does. She goes to paint classes. She does, I don't know, she does different things. Her and Deb run around and does all kinds of stuff. So basically, I'm just kind of hanging around here because Sue does a lot of stuff. And I do some, but it's sporadic. Like I may go to, I don't know what. I may go to Town Square at night once in a great while and listen to the music. But that's really not an amenity. Our amenity fees don't pay for none of that. And I could live anywhere and drive my car down here and go to the square. So that's not a big thing. I guess I just kind of like it here because of how neat everything is, how clean everything is, how the property values go up consistently, 5 to 7%, give or take, every year. And yeah, I'm here for that. Are all the neighbors kind and nice? 90% of them are. 10% of them are pricks. And I'll say it. Just because you move in don't necessarily mean you're going to have a good neighbor. You just may or may not. But it is what it is. And so far, that's why I don't really want to jump into moving anywhere, even though we've really thought about buying a different home. But I know what my neighbors are. I know who they are. And I'm leery about moving into an area that I'm not familiar with, that's all. Let me see if I get one more and then I'm done with this. AAC orders lights turned on at night at unmanned gate in the villages. The Humanity Authority Committee has ordered the lights to be turned on and unmanned gate in the villages. AAC member John Wilcox voiced his displeasure at Wednesday's meetings, complaining nothing had been done to solve the problem of nighttime darkness at the village of Palo Ridge Gate. He has suggested that greater illumination could make passage through the gate safer for residents with diminishing eyesight. Question. If they can't see the gate and they have diminishing eyesight and it's at night, why are they driving a car? Once again, I don't care about legal or illegal. I'm talking about common sense. You have diminishing eyesight, it's dark, you know you don't see well, why are you driving a car? AAC members indicated that they wanted to do something to immediately improve the situation. AAC Chair Ann Forrester suggested the answer might be as simple as turning on the lights and opening the blinds in the vacant guard shack. That is something we can do immediately to make a difference. Let's get the lights on with the blinds open, agreed AAC member Don Deacon. See, common sense. Simple things like common sense can solve a problem instead of having all these meetings and everything about how to do this or that. That'll be the news. I hope you're all having a good time. I hope everything is going good. I hope you're at least able to get out and about once in a while instead of staying hunkered down all the time, because it does get old, doesn't it? I understand. All right, I'm going to get out of here. And with that being said, see you all on the other side.